Hi guys and welcome back again. So in this video we're going to have a look at the drift, portamento, pitch bender and also the global transpose. Now located down on the left here, left of the modulators, we have the glide setting. So glide allows us to glide from one note to the next. Let's just reinitialize the patch. And up in here, let's put this onto mono. So if we bring up the glide amount here, that's going to be the time it's going to take to glide from one note to the next. So we can have long glides or shorter glides. We can choose to have a logarithmic or a linear sliding curve. So if it's illuminated like this, it's logarithmic. We take that off, it's going to be linear. So just slightly different sound. Then the bender up, bender down setting here allows us to set the pitch bend range. So we could say, make that an octave if we wanted to. Or whatever we want it to be set to. Often 2 semitones is good. Now underneath the bender range here, we have this drift button. Now this toggles the drift function on and off. And what that means is when it's switched on, it's going to enable a randomly changing pitch within a range of plus minus 3 cents. And it will also cause the LFO frequencies to drift as well. It gives you just a slight analog kind of feel when that's illuminated. And when we switch it off, it's going to be much more of a kind of perfect sound. So it's quite subtle, but if you're using more of a complex sound with multiple oscillators and LFOs, etc., it's going to help just to give the synth just a slight imperfection, which is going to be more kind of in line with old analog synths. Okay, now moving across to the left here, we have this micro tuning setting. Now it's quite interesting that you can actually decide to tune Spire in different ways. So the default is the equal tempered scale here, but there's other ones you can choose. You can import scales. It's a bit beyond the scope of this video series, but if that's something that you are interested in, that's where you can actually import different scales to work from. Then we have this global transpose here. Now we can either use these buttons if we want to go up in octaves, so up and down. Alternatively, we can click and drag if we want to transpose in semitones. And then here we can transpose in cents as well. So you can kind of tune it if you had a sample that was a bit out of tune and you wanted to play along with it. You could use that to play along with it. And those are the settings for glide, pitch bend, drift, the tuning, and also the transposition. So remember, if you want to introduce a little bit of glide, you can bring up the glide amount here. If you're playing in one of the mono modes, we can make that logarithmic or linear. And also we can set pitch bend range here, and drift allows us to just bring in a bit of inconsistency to the oscillators and the LFOs. Micro tuning means you can set a specific scale you want to play with, and transposition means you can globally transpose a whole synth in semitones, octaves, and also cents. Okay, so now we've covered the pitch bend, the glide, and also the micro tuning. In the next section, we're going to have a look at the effects. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.